I moved to Montana in 2015 and started a job with the state. But in 2019, I started Bear Base Camp Chocolate, and Bear Base Camp makes bean to bar chocolate, all natural, using a stone ground process, and it's a home-based business right here in Helena.
What made you want to start that?
Uh, I, I am interested in chocolate in part because my background's kind of in chemistry, and is the more I researched chocolate, the more complicated it actually seemed. And I was intrigued by that. I've always been somebody that likes to build things, do woodworking, all sorts of, little crafts. And the fact that chocolate was complicated to make from scratch from the actual cacao bean, that made it all the more intriguing to me. So, I just went off on that path, and there I was, and it led me to making some great chocolate.
What's so complicated about it? If you could try dumbing it down for someone without a background in it.
Sure. So the complications with making chocolate, it's a multi-step process, and it requires a lot of specialty equipment along the way. So for my process, I start with a roasted cocoa bean. I have to crack that. I have to vacuum separate a papery husk off of it. And then the cocoa nibs, I place them with the sugar into a stone grinder. And that stone grinder runs for about a day and a half. And that churns the chocolate and pulverizes everything into a nice, smooth consistency. And then from there, it's a process of molding and tempering so that it has the nice snap that we're all accustomed to with chocolate, and doesn't melt in your hand and so forth. And so, all of that is a lot of time and effort, and there's some very specific temperature specifications you have to get it in for the tempering and so forth. So it's not an easy thing to pick up on, and it's not an easy thing to get started on with all this specialty equipment.